73% of knowledge workers report their ability to concentrate has declined over the past 2 years. That's according to a 2026 McKinsey study on attention and cognitive capacity. Not because they're less capable, because the system around them has fundamentally broken. Here's what that actually means in your day. You sit down at 8 in the morning with a clear intention. 1 hour later, you've checked your email 14 times, responded to 3 Slack messages you didn't need to respond to, and your brain has been context switched so violently that the complex strategic work you intended to do is now impossible. By noon, you're exhausted. Not from work, from fragmentation. The irony is brutal. Artificial intelligence is supposed to liberate your cognitive bandwidth. Instead, most executives are using AI as another notification stream, another input channel, another reason to never finish a thought. Deloitte's 2026 Workplace Energy Report shows that executives in Singapore and across Asia Pacific are experiencing a 34% increase in decision fatigue compared to 2024. With the primary driver being unstructured AI tool adoption and information overload. Your sleep suffers, your stress compounds, your decision-making deteriorates, and the actual deep work that separates you from your competition doesn't happen. This video is not about time management hacks or productivity theater. This is about how to reclaim deep work capacity in an environment where AI is everywhere. Your organization expects always-on availability, and your neurochemistry is being systematically eroded by interruption. In the next 8 minutes, we're going to walk through 3 core principles that the highest-performing executives in Asia, Pacific and globally are using right now to protect their cognitive real estate. We'll show you how to architect your day so that deep work doesn't compete with everything else. We'll show you why energy management matters more than time management. And we'll show you a specific framework that directly addresses the AI paradox. How to use AI to defend your focus instead of destroy it. By the end, you'll have actionable changes you can implement this week that will directly impact the quality of your thinking, the speed of your decision-making, and your actual energy at the end of the day. The first principle. Deep work blocks are not time slots. They are architectural decisions. Most executives treat focus time like a calendar invite they can cancel. Something that goes away if a meeting runs long or a crisis emerges. That's the entire problem. The research is unambiguous on this. A 2026 Harvard Business Review analysis found that it takes the executive brain an average of 23 minutes to return to meaningful cognitive depth after an interruption. Not 2 minutes. 23. If you're interrupted twice in a 4-hour deep work block, you've already lost nearly an hour of actual capacity. That's not a scheduling problem. That's a decision about what your strategic contribution actually is. Here's the real-world version. A chief strategy officer at a multinational financial services firm headquartered in Singapore implemented a non-negotiable Tuesday and Thursday deep work architecture. Not preferred schedule. Architectural. No meetings. No synchronous messages answered. No email triage. 4-hour blocks. Twice a week. Within 6 weeks, her team delivered strategic recommendations that would have taken 2 additional hires 6 months prior. She was doing less. She was producing more. Her stress markers dropped measurably. How you apply this. Identify your highest leverage thinking work. The work that only you can do and that determines whether your organization moves forward or stagnates. Block it on your calendar for specific days and times. Communicate it to your executive team as a non-negotiable recurring commitment. Not to yourself, but to the business. Schedule your deep work the way you schedule board meetings. Non-cancelable unless the organization is on fire. The second principle is energy architecture, not time architecture. And this is where most executives fail catastrophically. A Gartner 2026 study on executive performance metrics revealed that leaders who managed energy sequencing throughout their day, matching task difficulty to neurochemical availability, delivered 41% higher quality strategic decisions than leaders who optimized for raw hours worked. Think about that. Not more hours, better sequence. Your brain is not a battery that discharges linearly. It's a dynamic system. Cortisol, dopamine, and glucose availability fluctuate throughout the day based on sleep, meal timing, light exposure, and stress management. If you place your most cognitively complex work during your chronological low point, and most executives do, because that's when their calendar is free, you're asking your neurobiology to perform at 30% capacity. A chief investment officer at a multinational firm operating across India, Singapore, and Hong Kong deliberately redesigned her day based on personal chronotype data and glucose response monitoring. She moved her portfolio analysis and thesis development to 9 to 11 in the morning. Immediately after a 20-minute walk in natural light and a low glycemic breakfast, she moved email approvals and reactive work to post-lunch hours when her cognitive demand could be lower. Her decision quality in research-backed investments improved by measurable basis points within a quarter. Her team's stress dropped. Her own sleep improved because she was no longer pushing her brain into hyperdrive during neural low points. This is not productivity theater. This is neuroscience applied. Here's what you do. For the next 5 days, track your actual energy and attention quality hourly. Not just when you feel tired. When you're capable of novel thinking, creative problem solving, and complex synthesis. Identify your 2-hour window of peak cognitive capacity. Lock that window for deep work exclusively. Design all other work, reactive, administrative, collaborative, around that anchor. Test it for 2 weeks. Measure the difference in decision quality, not hours worked. The third principle. Use AI as a focus defense tool, not a distraction accelerant. This is the paradox that most organizations have gotten completely backwards. AI is being deployed as another input channel, another reason to check something, another notification stream, another tool demanding attention. But the executives who are pulling ahead are using AI in reverse. According to a 2026 World Economic Forum analysis of high-performing executives in Asia Pacific, those who used AI specifically to eliminate shallow work bottlenecks and protect deep work time saw a 52% improvement in strategic project completion rates over 18 months compared to peers who treated AI as an additive tool. Here's the inversion in practice. A managing director at a major consulting firm operating across Southeast Asia was drowning in research synthesis and report generation. Instead of doing that work faster with AI, she eliminated that work entirely from her cognitive load. She trained an AI system with her strategic frameworks, decision criteria, and analytical standards. The system now ingests industry research, synthesizes information against her criteria, and surfaces only the 3 or 4 strategic insights per week that warrant her attention. She never sees the raw data. She sees the filtered intelligence. The result is that her deep work capacity increased dramatically because the low-level cognitive gatekeeping work that AI could do was completely removed from her attention span. That's the model. Don't use AI to do your deep work faster. Use AI to eliminate the work that's preventing your deep work. Here's your immediate action. Identify one category of work that consumes your cognitive bandwidth but doesn't require your actual judgment. Information synthesis, research aggregation, inbox triage, meeting scheduling analysis, first-pass drafting. Train or configure an AI system to handle the intake and filtering. Set a clear decision framework. Review the output twice weekly instead of managing the process continuously. You'll free up at least 5 to 7 hours per week of genuine cognitive capacity. When you restructure around these 3 principles, something shifts that most executives don't anticipate. It's not just that you produce better work. It's that you reclaim your neurobiology. You wake up and you're not in a state of preemptive stress about everything you won't finish. You have deep work blocks that are genuinely protected. You've designed your day around actual energy patterns instead than against them. You're using AI to shrink the noise, not amplify it. Your sleep improves because your nervous system isn't being kept in a chronic state of interruption readiness. Your stress markers drop because you're delivering at higher capacity while working fewer actual hours. Your decision quality improves because you're making strategic choices during peak cognitive availability, not at the end of a fragmented day. The team around you notices something different. You're less reactive. Your feedback is sharper. Your strategic thinking has clarity instead of surface-level reaction. Your stress bleeds less into the culture. This isn't willpower. This isn't personal discipline. This is architecture. When you build the system correctly, the behavior follows naturally. You're not fighting frag. Thanks for listening. If you found this valuable, please subscribe to Apex Minds D4J for more powerful insights. See you in the next one.